Okay, so the question of questions finally, I'm gonna answer it. Why am I leaving Europe? Why is it that after living for now 24 years in Europe, that I'm leaving it? I just booked my flight to Egypt today, 1 hour ago, more or less. Okay, let's get straight into this. Europeans are cold and they're distant. And socializing with them is difficult and very energy draining. And they don't know when to stand up from the table, as in, like, when the convo is over, conversation. And they can just not tell when you want to talk to them. They just don't pick up on it. They don't notice it. They're not vigilant. No emotional awareness, just staring at their phones. And Europeans do it way more than Americans do it, trust me. Reason number 2. Europeans are rude. Reason number 3. Europeans don't like Americans and Europeans don't like people that speak English. Reason number 4. Europe is expensive and the food is not that tasty. Okay, so a few more reasons. Reason number 6 is this: Europeans are very bad at flirting. Not all of them, but most of them. Okay, number 7. Europeans are arrogant. And number 8 is this: Europeans, most of them, the stereotypical European is low on energy, physical energy, and they just in general have a bad vibe. You know what I'm speaking about. People in the US, South Americans, you know exactly what I mean. People from the US, people from South America have a totally different vibe and energy than people from Europe. South Americans and Americans, like, look at it. Brazilians, they bring good energy. And then there's Europeans that try to destroy it. Okay, reason number 9. Europeans are judgmental. Europeans basically, in other words, constantly, and always, without an exception, create problems in their heads that don't even exist. Whether it's hating on Americans or on I don't know who, but especially on Americans, this is what Europeans are known for. One of the things Europeans are known for. Number 10. European food is full of chemicals. GMO, xenoestrogens, and other stuff. Pesticides. You don't find that stuff in South America. To give you one example, there the food is healthy. They don't do shit like that over there. In Serbia, which is in Europe, but not European, you don't find shit like that in Serbia. In Serbia, there is no such thing such as organic, because the food there, by definition, is organic, as it should be. Okay, so 2 more reasons why I'm leaving Europe is this. First of all, Europeans are lazy, and second of all, there is just a massive lack of activities in Europe. There's not many things to do in Europe, and it's really annoying. Alright, so the next point is this. There is no customer service in Europe, and if there is customer service in Europe, then that means that there is very bad customer service in Europe. You will see it basically almost anywhere in Europe you go. They don't smile. If they smile, it's fake. Then there's people like me who will straight up complain about that and will be like, hey, like, what customer service is this? I remember one lady I saw complaining like a year ago or more than a year ago in the Kalabaka village in Greece. And I'm in Greece right now recording this video here in Athens for you guys. And she straight up confronted the cashier. And this lady told that girl working there, she was like, hey, sorry, like, what customer service is this? This is the difference between the United States and the rest of the world. Like, I'm not saying the United States is the only country where I get good customer service, but there is not many countries outside America where you get good customer service, where they really care about the customer, because Europeans do not care about you. Europeans do not care about you as a human being, as an individual. And my God, do you think they care about you as a customer? Definitely not. Alright folks, how's it going? So this video is actually getting way longer than I expected. I've listed already about 12 points, but there is like about another 10 points or 8 points I'm gonna list and will have to list. So anyway, a couple more points. They definitely are very bad and very terrible at communication. And another reason why I just don't like Europeans, don't like Europe, don't like the European mindset is this. They're weak workers. Very weak workers. Another thing is this. Imagine this. These people, they have no boundaries and they don't respect your boundaries. So if you tell them no, they'll hear a yes. And for every yes, they'll hear like probably 10 no's. Okay, and now a few key points, probably among the most annoying, among the most frustrating stuff that's, yeah, I guess you could say bugging me the most. So, Europeans have a lack of confidence. Second thing, they're afraid of everything and everyone. And number 3 would be this. Europeans criticize way too much and they like to revolve around negativity. So basically this leads me actually to another point. It's that Europeans are very negative. Europeans are not positive. Europeans are just downright poison and yeah, poison. They are poison for your peace. Alright guys, so there's about 10 more points left for that video. Why am I leaving Europe? Yeah, right. Why am I leaving Europe? It's not like I already recorded I don't know how many videos with I don't know how many points, but there's so many things to say. Having lived in Europe 24 years, I learned so much about Europeans. I learned everything about Europeans, trust me. Everything. So, European women are more likely to reject you. European women have very little of an idea because they're narrow-minded. European women don't know as much as they like to think. They like to think they're educated. People in Europe like to think they're educated while they're not really educated. I mentioned here like 3,000 points at once. European women, they basically don't really have an idea how to get you off. Like, take a look at American women. They're great at dirty talk. Meanwhile, European women don't even really know what dirty talk is. And I wonder why that is. Why is that the case, Europe? Europeans are more likely to suffer from social anxiety. Yeah, while it is true that America has the highest amount of mental health cases in the world, and probably the worst medication against it in the world. Yeah, healthcare in the US, at least that part is really, yeah, it's terrible, that part of healthcare. Other healthcare, on the other hand, is way better in the US. You got TRT in the US. You don't have TRT in Europe. TRT is illegal in Europe. So many good things are illegal in Europe, which is another point. So many things are illegal in Europe. You cannot even jam up your car. You want to jam up your car or jack it up? You can't. Oh yeah, level 1 tuning. Yeah, change the steering wheel and the tires. How cool. I'm playing it down here a lot, but you can do a lot more things than that in Europe. But the comparison of level of tuning you can do in the US versus Europe is massive. It's a massive difference. Okay, anyway, and Europeans are very anxious, very aggressive, they are very powerless, and I'm not sure if I already mentioned that, but there is a lack of confidence in Europe. Europeans have no confidence, they don't trust themselves, they're very mistrusting, and the worst thing is they don't believe in themselves. It's better to overestimate yourself than to underestimate yourself, depending on context, of course. Okay, so now let me maybe move on to among the worst points, among the worst things. So, envy. Europeans are crazy envious. And the other thing is that narcissism is everywhere in Europe. Europeans are crazy narcissistic. It's insane. In America, there's a lot of humble people, but there is not a lot of humble people. Holy Christ, what was that? There's not a lot of humble people in Europe. It's very difficult to find, because how come you find someone being humble when somebody ain't confident? Europe is a weak people. It's one people. It's not two people or like 10 different people. It's one people. Because y'all are the same in Europe, all of you. Okay, now a thing you will see every day. Every day you'll see it. Every fucking day. When you talk to Europeans. Can you guess what that is? Try taking a guess. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Europeans are always, they're always on the fence. Europeans are and always on the fence. Okay, got that one. If not, I cannot help you. And they're always ready to be defensive and to be on the fence. Got it? Got that one? It's very fucking annoying. It's very fucking frustrating because it's been like this for 24 fucking years.